recording. So we go to 7.1 and we find edit settings and we look in here. Now that's the homework, right?
Yep.
So the first thing we want to do is make sure that this text is equal, and this is from last year. So you go to this text here and you just copy it.
Got it.
Like that. Boom, copy, paste. And then you clean it up a little bit, like in this case I do a command tab.
The tag editor is a troublemaker.
Yeah, it's not great, you're right, but I've gotten good at it.
Yeah.
So it's got to match, okay? That's the first thing you do.
Match the text.
Match the text. The next thing you do is you look at the date and you say, okay, this one is September 15th. So the submissions can start whenever.
Yep.
It's September 15th. So that's interesting. Why does it say 24th? That's probably from last year. So you change this to something like September 1st. I don't really care. But you put due date September 15th. And you put it at time of class, so 15:30.
Okay, so each one, the starting time I think is as early as possible.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And the end time is the kind of the start, the class time.
The class time, exactly. Some students might want to submit something a few days early. Nobody's going to submit it 2 weeks early, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So the next thing you do is you look at the submission types and you look back here. You say, okay, this one is a PDF. So submission type is file submission, correct? One file, correct. Good here, okay? Feedback types, you want to allow feedback comment and offline grading worksheet.
Offline.
That means that when you are having to grade, there's one command that downloads all the PDFs in one directory on your computer, so you can go through them much quicker.
Yeah,
and then there's another one.
How do I submit back
that's the spreadsheet. So I'll show you that later.
Yeah.
You can download a grading spreadsheet, which is Excel.
Lots of time when we figure out you mentioned that, but I'm too busy to learn that.
Okay.
So this semester I want to learn that
It's
because
really
it's
easy.
much faster
much
than
faster.
the other way.
Yeah, it's much faster and it's very, very easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one. So you make sure it's feedback comments and offline grading worksheet.
Got it.
Next you go here, and this you don't change. We'll get to group submission settings in a moment. Notifications we don't change. Turn it in, you turn on. I think it'll be on from the year before. Just turn it on, leave everything else default. Grade is interesting. So grade, you have to, depending on the kind of assignment. So this is a project deliverable. So the grade is going to be point grade, and it's going to be just a regular scale of up to 100, 0 to 100. All the stuff that stays the same. And finally, activity completion, you indicate activity completion conditions are met, and student must submit activity to complete it, and the completion date is the same date again, so that is September 15th. So you put September 15th here. And that's it. Save and return to course. So that was now been updated.
So everyone has a kind of expects complete date.
Yes.
So it's parallel to the ending time.
Unfortunately,
so you have an ending time, you have a completing date.
Right. Because when you put the completing date, then it shows up on the little calendar. So if they use the calendar, it shows up.
Right.
The submission time does not show up on the calendar.
Right.
It's hard-won expertise that I learned.
Well, I want to recommend the Don't Make Me Think book to
the
team.
You're right. You're very right. Let's pick another one. Let's pick another one. Let's pick one that has several that also happen. So I'm going to go. That's lecture 7. We're going to go to lecture 6 now, which is okay. We're going to go to build, measure, learn. This one has 2 assignments. One of them has a little clock, which is it's due by 8 a.m. day of class.
Students have a lot of feedback about the 8 a.m. thing. So,
I know, tough.
Yeah. So,
I don't mind making it 9 a.m., but it's basically well before class. I mean, we can change it to 9, but it's not going to be, because the whole idea is that I can read the responses before the lecture.
Yeah, why don't we make 12 p.m. 12 a.m.
No, it's too late.
PM,
you mean
the other day?
Oh, the night before?
The night before. That will push the student actually do the work. Obviously, 8 a.m. A lot of students think I can do it in the morning, and
Right.
they never do it.
Right. Well, they'll learn because it's going to cost them points.
Okay.
So that's
too nice because last time we do a pretty much scale, so most of the people are getting A to B's.
right.
So
Well, so this I'll show you some changes from what I've done in the past. So the icon is that, and the second icon is the check mark, and the check mark is important. Participation only. So let's change topic for a second and look at grading. So grading is different. It's a little bit different this year. So we have class participation, 10%, team contribution, based on stuff, individual assignments, team deliverables, and final project deliverables. So those are the categories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have to go, and this I'm going to do if I haven't already done it, but you can see it'll get you more familiar with the system. So I'm going to go to grades, and I'm going to inspect the setup. And under the setup, you will see individual assignments, class participation, and individual assignments, notice here is 30%. So that should match this.
Yep.
30, no, I have 35.
35.
Yeah, so that's from last year. 35. And these should really all be 1 for, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, and that's individual assignments. Class participation is only 10%, which is less than last year. Okay, and then we have team deliverables is a little bit less than last year, I think. Team 25%.
Yeah, if you have bad team member, it's really bad. There's a lot of students never shows up, and
I know
your teammates do a good work. They
yeah. So contribution to team is 5%. Okay, contribution to team, which was up here, I think, right? Let me see.
I think it's in the bottom. Yeah, a little bit down.
Yeah, 5%. And then, say it changes so far. There's something missing because it's not adding up. So what's missing? Just because I did change this. So we have class, class, then team got that, individual got that, team deliverables 25, and final term. Okay, I broke that into 2. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Team deliverables.
Final projects.
And final project deliverables.
Final project.
So what we do here, we add a category.
Yeah.
And we call it final project deliverables. And we save that. And we give that 25% also. 25%. Okay. And then the course total should be everything together. It's 100. Edit, calculate, hide. This I want to see it. I don't want the students to see it, so I'm going to hide this. Good.
Okay.
So now we should let's just double check the total. So we have 35 plus 10 is 45 plus 25 is 60.
Do we need to double check the? There's a
the
37.9. This one. What's this?
Oh, this is yeah. So this is going to go away. This particular thing is going to move because I decided to split it. So I'm going to move it right now. But this is what you would have to check. You're going to be like my second set of eyes.
Got it. So we just move it to the new category.
Exactly. And but initially I think everything should be 1. So the way this reads is that the weight of this assignment is 1. And the overall weight of this group of assignment is 35, whatever it said, 10%, 35%. Oh, this is, 35%, okay?
Yeah, so it looks like it's add up to be 35 currently. Should I check the numbers to make sure it's
No, it's not, it's not supposed to add to 35. That 35 means that that's the weight within the total above that.
Got it. So I should change everything back to 1.
Exactly.
Got it.
What I do is afterwards, I go through and I decide what I really want.
Yeah, that will give you more flexibility.
Exactly.
And based on students.
Exactly. There's class participation. This is 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, I will change the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's make sure the whole thing adds up to 100. I was not totally sure that it added up to 100. I think I went too fast. So 25 plus 5 is, let's go again. 35 plus 10 is 45 plus 25 is 60. Plus 5 is 65, plus 25 is 90.
No, it's the second calculation should be 70 instead of 60. Let's start over again.
Okay.
So it's currently
Oh, 35
35
plus 25 plus 10 is 45.
45.
That-
we miss that 10.
70. Okay,
Then
got it.
70.
Okay, then
so
it's
it's 100.
perfect. Okay, good. So all the little ones should be 1. So now we have that set. Let me make sure it's all saved.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can go back here
Mm-hmm.
and not there, here. And, oh, no, back to latte is where I want it to be. This is, okay, back to latte. Now we can go back and go look at build, measure, learn,
Mm-hmm.
where the first homework is participation only, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is that if I go to 6.1, okay,
Yeah.
and I look at it, I look at 6.1, and it's actually not yet here, so we're going to move it over because this is from the last time. 6.1, there it is. 6.1. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to move this over to make it after 5.2. There it is. Now, because it's participation only,
Yep.
we go in here, edit settings. We're going to do the same game we did before. So we say, okay, I'm going to copy this over. Oops, copy this over, which is nothing, right? So it should be in here. Okay. Then timing is September 13. So open the quiz. I don't care. September 1. Oh, it's 15. Woohoo! Got to check that because it's copied from last year.
Yeah.
What did I just say? September 13. September 13. Open the quiz. September 13, 2016. Grade. Now, because it's participation only, grade category class partition. Why is this oh yeah. So the other 5 categories we just made up. Class participation. We don't care about this. This is a different because it's a quiz.
Yeah, so can we take a look at the drop down of the grade category class
Yeah.
participation? When do I use other things?
Okay.
Oh, that's exactly the same category.
Exactly.
That
And
match the categories.
exactly. And usually it should be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Contribution to team is a survey later, so you can
Yeah.
ignore that. Final project deliverables is what it sounds.
Yeah.
Individual assignments is
That's
everything
what they
else,
say.
and then it's pretty straightforward. If
Yeah.
you're confused, you can always ask me, right? So, okay, and then the layout, we don't change. The question behavior, we don't change. I don't think. Completion, same thing. Students when the conditions are met. High grade, no, passing grade. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll leave it alone.
So August, I changed it to September, something like that.
Yeah, what was this?
September 13.
13, okay. So 13 September. 2006 September.
It's just 1 month.
Yeah, exactly, before you know it. Okay, now, the other thing you have to do now with a warm-up quiz is we're going to now look at the actual quiz questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you worked on, but not for this one, right? So we go back here, and we edit. So we're doing 6.1. We edit it. No, we click on it. Sorry.
Click on the added next to it. TLS. There's an added button.
Yeah, but not. I don't think it's this.
One,
Oh no, that's just for the name. That's just for the name.
title.
Yeah.
Then just
Click on it, and then you go edit quiz, and I already have the questions.
Okay.
Okay. Notice now we go to the questions you suggested.
Okay.
I don't want 10 questions. You misunderstood me. I just wanted 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay. And look how small they are. They're very simple. What is the engine of growth? And then it's multiple choice.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's not. In this case, it's that's the question, and the response is an editor, so they can type in what they think the engine of choice. It could be a multiple choice, or it could be a simple question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that it's an easy question. I don't care that they're going to copy and paste it. What is lazy registration? describe the reason why Grokkett implemented it originally, how they tested the effectiveness, and what they concluded about research at Grokkett. So the questions are right in the chapter if they read it. And then the last question of the warm-ups is always this: what one or two important things from the reading did you not understand? Or if you understood it all, then what one or two important things were most insightful and valuable to you? And that's always the last question.
Got it. That's a perfect question. I will copy and paste. And
Yeah, exactly.
Justin, but for the first two, what about the Google search, the whole thing, and just a copy and paste without reading?
It's there. It's the old story. You're hurting yourself. I mean, because this is participation only. Also, remember. So the way you grade this, or I might grade it, or you might grade it, is if there's anything in there that looks like they did any thinking at all, they got 100.
Got it.
This is the 8 a.m. one. So the 8 a.m. one, I always say, if you did the reading, this adds less than 5 minutes.
Got it.
So yeah, if you didn't do the reading, then you have to do the reading, and that's the exact purpose of this.
Got it.
Okay. So we go back to so if we now instead of this do edit settings on this, because this was edit quiz just now, we can just double check that this is set up correctly. Hello, did I go to a different one? Maybe I changed it by mistake. I don't know. Let's see. What happened with this? Or did I not save? Build, measure, learn. Did I not save? That would have been crazy. No, that's chapter 7. Chapter 7. What happened to what I put there? None.
So,
right, that's the same one.
Yeah,
so,
we already changed it.
Yeah, we did. Did I not? Did I just jump away and not save it? No, I must have saved it. Save and return to course. I guess you'll have to check this one again. Edit, settings. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I don't know what happened there. So I guess you have to double check this one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and so that's basically the situation. So, and the ones that I've corrected, I mean, again, I'm not saying there's no mistakes, so just reread it for me and help me say, Peter, this doesn't look right. Like, here's an example, pilot teams. Okay, this is check mark, which means participation only. And its assignment is meet as a team for 90 minutes. Review the pilot project, specifically the section about team deliverables. Review and update the plans with new or refined hypotheses. Prioritize which ones to test next. Blah, blah, blah. Actually try and validate them, but now keep notes. Team deliverable. Now you know it's a team deliverable. Pilot project report, draft 4. Update the notes, blah, 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 blah. So this means that they're submitting. Oh, see, now this should have a little PDF icon.
Yeah, we should have that.
Yes. They're submitting. Well, let me go to the first time I mentioned this team deliverable thing, this pilot project. I think not. I think pilot project, draft 2, draft 1. No, I should add submit drafts to each one. I'll fix that.
Yeah, when I see those kind of things, what I write it down is I will email you
Yeah,
on the website. I will change it on the Latte.
Exactly. So it looks like there's a little error because there will be mistakes because I'm doing so many of these things at the same time. Okay, so I think that's basically the story.
Yeah. So basically, what I write it down. Here's my interpretation.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, you are the content editor for the website.
Right.
I'm copy and paste and adjusting the Latte.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if I'm also the QA for the tags on the website. If I see something about the website, I email you.
Yes.
If I see something on Latte, I directly go ahead and.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
That's the way to speed it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the third TA? So the second TA. So you will get a master student.
Yes, I'm still working on that. Who do I have? Oh yeah, Ahmad Khan.
Ahmad Khan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's interested. If he has the time, so I think he'd be good. So he hasn't said yes yet officially.
Yeah, but lots of time he's a kind of pretty smart student.
Pretty smart, articulate. I think he'd be good.
And he's kind of really care about the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's an entrepreneur at heart, I think.
Yeah.
So for now, focus on this section. Okay, the pilot project. Why don't you go through it and do it as a test run? While you're doing that, I'll finish this section, and then we'll do that section.
Yeah. So my timeline for the rest of the 2 weeks is moving, pick course, and moving. I think is the most packing and
Uh-huh.
those kind of.
Where are you moving from and to?
From a kind of a 12 minutes drive to school to 5 minutes drive to school.
Very
Doesn't
good.
make too much sense, but currently my girlfriend moved to Denver for 1 year,
Uh-huh.
so I do not need to leave that much space.
Uh-huh.
I want to save money for the flights.
I see.
So during the semester, so I just want to confess to you as my professor.
Yeah.
During the middle of the semester,
Yeah.
I may fly there for kind of long weekend. Take Friday or Monday off, and your class is Tuesday and Thursday.
So that works fine.
That works fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would stay here, and most of the time. So my way is I apply Azure Scrum strictly to my work to do. And lots of time because summer, because of email, whatever the reason, but for the rest of the semester, I want to guarantee you will get my reply in 1 to 2 business days.
Okay, great.
So if anything happened, you didn't see any reply, lots of time I realize it's 7 days.
Uh-huh.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But 1 or 2 days, I at least tell you it's done. I have
Yeah.
a question. Oh, it's not done because of a reason, blah, blah, blah.
Right, perfect. That's how I like it.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you know in 2 days
Perfect.
what I have done and any questions.
Okay, but maybe we should set up a Slack channel so we can
Yeah,
get the three
anytime.
of us. Okay, I'll set that up and email it to you and whoever the third person is.
Yeah, and also I will try to email you the introduction of the investor and
Perfect.
the lawyer, and
Okay.
try to assign her as a judge.
Perfect. Okay.
And have the judge history.
Yeah. Well, I like having female judges. They're hard to
Yeah,
find. So.
it's always male judges. Come on,
Yeah.
female.
I know.
also
Don't think I'm aware of that.
It's
just-
really hard.
It's hard.
to find.
Hard
Yeah.
to find. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a
Have a
lot.
good one.
You too.
See you
Bye
around.
bye.